I just saw an assassin sucking on a pacifier. Try to make another assassin suck on a pacifier in a pacifier duel. Let's talk about it. Oh, what's up? Welcome back. Welcome if you're new. My name is Mark, and today we're talking about Kill Blue episode. And if you want to see my reaction to it, you can check it out on Patreon. Just did it earlier, as always. So, yeah, check it out. But so this episode, we started off at the beginning with Mitsuoka being like, "Yo, back everyone off. Everyone back off. Ogami's my boyfriend," and she says it with her full chest. And we learned that it's because she panicked. Everyone was crowding her, like it was hounding her and all that. And it's like, it's not surprising, because as it turns out, they're like, it's like a competition essentially to get her to become her fiance apparently. And like, what the fuck? It's insane, bro. But then she does apologize. What I do like about Mitsuoka is that as a character is that she later on she tells Ogami when they're like technically alone that like she panicked and she says sorry. Like it's clear that she's not an asshole. So I have a hard time hating her, because I'm sure there are some people that did hate her at least at the beginning. I didn't, because I assumed that there was something going on, and it honestly kind of sucks if you think about it, man. But like, yeah, I don't have much to say about that front. It just sucks, man. But what I really want to talk about is two things. First one I wanted to mention is I feel bad for Mitsuoka, really, because she not only is she a middle schooler, and middle school is the time when most kids are supposed to be like kids, having fun, having friends, all that. But for her, she struggles with that, because it's hard for her to have friends, because everyone's either trying to become her fiance for some reason, or is like just like trying to get to know her because of who she is. It's sad, honestly. And I do think having Ogami as a friend will help. It's just it's just a wild episode, man. And then we also get the pen. The fountain pen is given to him by her, because her dad told her to give the fountain pen to whoever the boyfriend is, which is Ogami this time. And like the this is episode, so much happened that I was speechless. But we'll finally focus on the main point. I'm not gonna make this video too long, hopefully. So we meet a character named Babyface Baby. An assassin, a middle school assassin, of course, because why wouldn't there be a middle school assassin? Just like Ogami now is. And he shows up to the school. He's a transfer student, because his mission, because he's in the underworld. And as we learn, the underworld is trying to get the access to the pharmaceutical stuff as well as like everyone else. So it's just all front. There are enemies on every front, bro. And it sounds stressful, man. And then that's not even including I had something I was gonna say. What was I gonna say? Hold on, I got this. Come on, think. My mind blanked. It's oh, unicorns. Out of context, that makes no sense. But in context, there's a group of middle schoolers. It's so funny that instead of saying like high schoolers like you would with a lot of stuff, you're saying middle schoolers now. But there's a group of middle schoolers called the unicorns, and they're like the cream of their crop, the best of the best. And they're like all charismatic, smart, like they're masters in a field of their choice or something like that. Like they're just like really good, and they're also trying to become her one of her fiancés as well, apparently. And it's just a wild show, man. Episode 2. This episode is wild, but so is the show. But Babyface Baby he has a job for the organization that he works with to become her fiance, and we get introduced to him in the classroom, and it's just so funny, bro. He has the unfortunate affliction of extreme stage fright, and I kind of feel bad for him, man. And so he gives her a letter instead of that he loves her, and the letter says that he loves her and that he wants to meet her in the courtyard later. So they do that, and Ogami's there too, because she'd feel better with him there, which makes sense, definitely. And then we hear his voice. He's different. He sounds different because he's like more serious now. And then we see him with a pacifier, bro. And as he explains that he gets extreme stage fright, and so it helps when he acts like a baby. And objectively, sure, I guess that could be weird, but also at the same time, he's a middle schooler apparently, and also it's not like he's hurting anyone, so I mean, I don't see a big deal with it personally. It's a quirk. He's quirky, that's all. I guess. And like, he confesses to her again, but then she's like, yo, whacks him in the face with a good punch, bro, and calls his and basically calls bullshit on his confession. And I thought that was hilarious. Well, yo, I fully expected if she was gonna like hit him or something, he'd dodge it, but nope, didn't dodge it. And then she says about how, oh, that's not real. That's not a real confession. Like, clearly he doesn't feel like it. He feels forced to. And so that happens. And then she's like, yo, if that many people have come to her with confessions, with real confessions, how they really feel, and she gives them a real answer, but with his confession, because it's not real, she's not going to give him the respect of a real answer. Which, that's honestly respectable, honestly, man. As I said, I don't hate her as a character. I feel bad for her, if anything. It's so depressing what she has to go through at a young age, man. And then, like, not only that, but that, like, she has to... can you imagine being a middle schooler and having to juggle the feelings of not only yourself, but everyone around you that professes to you? Because you don't want to break their hearts, but you also don't want to accept all their confessions, obviously, because you don't feel the same way. Like that's just such a depressing situation to be in. I keep saying that because it is. It just sucks, man. And so with that, he the babyface baby, that's his name. That's what I'm calling him right now, because I forgot his other name. Babyface baby challenges Ogami to a duel. And then we learn something new. The fountain pen is a mark of, it's like the item, the artifact of whoever the official boyfriend is or fiance. And so they have to whoever has it has to accept any duel like that's issued to them, which is insane, bro. Especially because, like, remember when I said they earlier that the dad basically made this whole thing a competition? This is literally just a competition, bro. Just straight up, he turned it onto a competition. Now it's like, I don't have much to say, man. This is just a fucked situation. And then the pacifier duel happens, and the duel essentially is for 1 hour. Ogami has to try to not get a pacifier stuck in his mouth by babyface baby. And so they start, and Ogami kind of struggles a little bit, or at least he's taken off guard initially, which honestly is impressive if you're able to take him off guard a little bit. And so that happens, and it's a very fun fight, but it's also fucking stupid. It's not stupid in like I hate it way. It's just a stupid, goofy fight. But I guess it also fits with them being middle schoolers, at least technically Ogami's a middle schooler. And like, yeah, that happens. And so he eventually loses Babyface Baby, which that was obvious, really. So I don't need a preamble into that one. It was cool though. Like Babyface Baby, he planned it out. Like having him step on a rake where the pacifier was perfectly angled and placed to where it goes straight into Ogami's mouth because Ogami had his arms behind his back and all that. Like that it was smart. But Ogami, he was playing too. And like it was just a really good fight, bro. It was fun. That's what this episode came down to, was fun most of the time. And like yeah, I that's just happened. Then I don't have I have almost nothing else to say. The only thing I want to say also is I do appreciate how Ogami is like, how do I put this? Ogami acknowledges that he is a 40-year-old dude pushing 40 with a daughter the same age as Mitsuoka, and how he doesn't have feelings for her in the romantic sense, but in like the more parental sense, which is cool because I think Mitsuoka needs a good dad right now. But like, I do appreciate that he acknowledges the fact that it'd be fucked up because he's like pushing 40 in a middle schooler's body, and he obviously would never feel anything for her like that way because he has a daughter that way. Like, yeah, I just appreciate that he's a self-aware character. He's more self-aware than other isekai characters I've seen. I'm not gonna name names, Rudy, but like, yeah, that's it. Just want to talk about that episode. It was a good episode, man. Let me know your thoughts on the comments down below. Apologies if this seems all over the place. It had stuff to talk about, but not a lot of stuff that I needed to talk about. Again, you can see my full reaction to episode 4 and this on the Patreon down below. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. And as always, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and ding that notification bell. Patreon, as always, you get full-length and exclusives and shout-outs at the end of every single one of my videos and the beginning occasionally. And most of the time. Well, yeah, with that said, until next time, my name is Mark. Never stop being yourself, stay safe there, and I will see all you incredible people in the next video.